7 signs that predict how long you'll live after 70. Scientifically proven. The elderly old age. Have you ever caught yourself wondering how many good years you have left? It's something we all think about at some point, especially as we get older. Maybe you've noticed that some people seem to stay full of energy well into their 80s and 90s, while others start slowing down much earlier. What makes the difference? Is it just genetics, or is there something more to it? The truth is, science has uncovered some fascinating clues, clear signs that can actually predict how long you're likely to live after 70. And here's the best part. Many of these signs aren't set in stone. In fact, once you understand them, you can take action to improve them. Small, simple changes in your daily habits can make a huge difference in not just how long you live, but how well you live. It all starts with something you probably do every single day without even thinking about it: walking. It turns out that the speed at which you walk is a powerful indicator of your overall health and longevity. Studies have shown that older adults who walk faster tend to live longer than those who move more slowly, and it's not just about physical strength. Your walking speed reflects your heart health, muscle strength, coordination, and even brain function. When you see someone moving with energy and purpose, they usually seem younger and more capable. On the other hand, when walking becomes slow and difficult, it's often a sign that the body is losing strength. Doctors even use walking speed as a way to assess overall health in older adults. It's one of those subtle things that reveal a lot about how well the body is functioning. The good news is that even if you've noticed yourself slowing down, there's something you can do about it. Try picking up the pace a little each day. A simple habit like walking briskly for just 10 extra minutes can improve circulation, build strength in your legs, and boost your confidence. If you need a cane or walker, that's okay. What matters is keeping your body moving. Every step counts. Something else that might surprise you is that your hand strength can actually predict how long you'll live. It sounds strange at first, but research has shown that people with stronger grip strength tend to live longer, stay independent longer, and even have a lower risk of serious health problems like heart disease. Your grip strength is closely tied to overall muscle strength, which plays a major role in keeping you active and preventing falls. If you want to check this for yourself, try making a fist right now. Squeeze it. Does it feel strong and firm, or weak and shaky? That simple test can give you a clue about your muscle health. If your grip isn't as strong as it used to be, don't worry, there are plenty of ways to improve it. You can start with small things, like squeezing a soft ball, lifting light weights, or even opening jars on your own instead of asking for help. Little efforts like this can have a big impact over time. But here's something truly fascinating. One of the biggest predictors of how long you'll live isn't physical at all, it's all in your mind. Studies have found that the way you think about aging can actually affect your lifespan. People who see aging as a time of growth, wisdom, and opportunity live years longer than those who believe it's just a time of decline. That's right, your mindset about getting older can literally add or take away years from your life. There was a long-term study that followed people for decades, and it found that those who had a positive view of aging lived an average of 7.5 years longer than those who had a negative view. That's not a small difference, it's a huge one. The people who saw aging as a natural, even rewarding part of life, tended to stay active, keep learning new things, and maintain a sense of purpose. On the other hand, those who viewed it as the beginning of decline were more likely to become inactive, withdraw socially, and even experience more health issues. So here's something to think about. When you picture your future, what do you see? Do you imagine yourself staying engaged, trying new things, and enjoying your time? Or do you feel like your best years are behind you? The way you answer that question matters more than you might realize. One of the easiest ways to shift your mindset is to start each morning with a simple habit, thinking of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be something as simple as waking up feeling rested, enjoying a hot cup of coffee, or looking forward to a phone call with a loved one. When you train your brain to focus on the good, you naturally start to feel more hopeful. And believe it or not, that positivity can actually extend your life. It's amazing how some of the simplest things, walking a little faster, strengthening your grip, and changing your attitude, can have such a profound impact on your health and longevity. And we're just getting started. There are more incredible science-backed signs that reveal how long you'll live, and coming up next, we'll dive into another surprising one. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to stay sharp, energetic, and full of life well into their 80s and 90s, while others start to slow down much earlier? It's not just luck, and it's not just genetics. A lot of it comes down to certain signs, clues about how your body and mind are aging. And the best part, many of these signs are things you can actually improve. We've already talked about how something as simple as your walking speed, the strength of your grip, and even your mindset about aging can give powerful hints about how long you'll live. But there are still more surprising signs that scientists have uncovered, indicators that can help you understand where your health is heading and what you can do to keep yourself strong and independent for years to come. One of those signs has to do with something we all experience from time to time but rarely stop to think about: your ability to balance. You might not realize it, but your sense of balance is a huge predictor of your longevity. In fact, researchers have found that people who struggle with balance, particularly after the age of 70, are at a much higher risk for serious health problems, including falls, fractures, and even cognitive decline. Think about it: when your balance starts to weaken, even everyday activities like walking across the room, getting up from a chair, or stepping into the shower can become risky. And once a person starts falling, the road to recovery can be long and difficult. A hip fracture alone can take away years of mobility, confidence, and independence. But here's the good news: just like your walking speed and grip strength, balance is something you can train and improve. If you're feeling a little unsteady on your feet, try this simple test. Stand near a sturdy chair or counter, lift one foot slightly off the ground, and see how long you can hold that position. If you struggle to stay upright for more than a few seconds, that's a sign your balance might need some work. The key is to practice a little bit every day. Even standing on one foot while brushing your teeth or shifting your weight from side to side can strengthen the muscles and coordination that keep you steady. Balance isn't just about your legs, either. Your brain plays a big role in keeping you upright. When your brain, muscles, and nervous system are working together efficiently, you stay steady and strong. That's why activities like yoga, tai chi, and simple stretching exercises can work wonders. They train both your body and your brain to react quickly and keep you stable. And the best part, it's never too late to start. Even if you've noticed your balance isn't what it used to be, small efforts can lead to big improvements. Speaking of your brain, here's another fascinating sign that can predict how long you'll live: your ability to remember things. Now, I don't mean the occasional forgetfulness that happens to everyone. We all walk into a room now and then and forget why we're there. That's normal. But scientists have found that people who maintain a strong memory and mental sharpness as they age tend to live longer, healthier lives. It makes sense: your brain controls everything. When your memory is sharp, your decision-making is better, your mood is more stable, and you're more likely to stay engaged in life. One of the biggest reasons memory starts to decline is simply lack of use. The brain is like a muscle. If you don't challenge it, it gets weaker. That's why people who continue learning new things, solving puzzles, reading, and engaging in deep conversations tend to keep their minds sharp for longer. Even something as simple as learning a new skill, like playing an instrument, picking up a new hobby, or speaking a new language, can stimulate the brain in powerful ways. But there's something else that plays a major role in memory and longevity that often goes overlooked: social interaction. Research has shown that people who maintain strong social connections tend to live longer than those who become isolated. Loneliness doesn't just affect your mood, it actually has real, measurable effects on your physical health. Studies have found that chronic loneliness can lead to higher levels of stress hormones, increased inflammation in the body, and a greater risk for heart disease and dementia. That's why it's so important to stay connected, even if it feels like your social circle has gotten smaller over the years. Maybe some friends have moved away, or family members have their own busy lives. But that doesn't mean you have to go through this stage of life alone. Making the effort to reach out to people, even in small ways, can make a huge difference. A simple phone call, a walk with a neighbor, joining a local group, or even volunteering can all help keep you engaged and socially active. One of the most powerful things you can do for both your body and mind is to have a reason to wake up every morning, something that excites you, motivates you, and keeps you looking forward to the future. Studies have actually shown that people who have a strong sense of purpose live longer, healthier lives. It doesn't have to be something huge or complicated. It can be as simple as taking care of a garden, mentoring younger people, staying involved in a community, or even working on a personal project. When you have a reason to keep going, your body responds. It's amazing how everything is connected. Your ability to balance, your memory, your social connections, and even your sense of purpose, all of these things influence how long and how well you'll live. And the best part, you have the power to improve every single one of them. There's still more to cover, and some of the biggest insights are yet to come. Let's keep going. Have you ever thought about what truly makes life fulfilling after 70? It's not just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. Longevity isn't just about avoiding illness or staying out of the hospital. It's about waking up each morning feeling strong, clear-headed, and excited for the day ahead. It's about maintaining your independence, your confidence, and your ability to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. We've already talked about some of the biggest signs that predict how long you'll live: your walking speed, grip strength, balance, memory, and even your social connections. Each of these factors plays a powerful role in your overall health, and the best part is that they're all things you can improve, no matter your starting point. But there are still more subtle clues that reveal how well your body and mind are aging, and one of them is something you might not expect: your ability to get up from a chair without using your hands. This might sound like a small thing, but it's actually a huge indicator of your longevity. Scientists call it the sit-to-stand test, and studies have shown that people who can easily rise from a seated position without using their hands tend to live longer than those who struggle with it. The reason is simple. Getting up from a chair requires leg strength, core stability, balance, and coordination, all of which are crucial for staying mobile and independent. If you find yourself needing to push off with your hands to stand up, it could be a sign that your leg muscles are getting weaker. The good news is that you can improve this skill at any age. A great way to build strength is by practicing sitting and standing without using your hands. Start with a sturdy chair, cross your arms over your chest, and try to rise up using only your legs. If it's difficult at first, don't get discouraged. Even doing this a few times a day can gradually build strength and make a big difference in your overall mobility. Adding simple exercises like squats, leg lifts, or even walking upstairs can also help keep your legs strong and prevent muscle loss. Another surprising predictor of longevity has to do with something that affects almost every part of your body: your lung health. Most people don't realize that lung capacity starts to decline as early as your 30s, and by the time you reach 70, it can be significantly reduced. The strength of your lungs is directly linked to how long you'll live, because your body needs oxygen to function properly. If your lungs become weak, your heart has to work harder, your brain doesn't get as much oxygen, and you may start feeling more tired or short of breath, even with simple activities. One of the easiest ways to check your lung health is by seeing how long you can hold your breath. Try taking a deep breath in and timing how many seconds you can hold it before needing to exhale. If you struggle to hold your breath for more than 20 seconds, it may be a sign that your lung function could use some improvement. The good news is that just like your muscles, your lungs can be strengthened with the right exercises. Simple deep breathing exercises, blowing up balloons, singing, or even practicing pursed lip breathing can all help expand your lung capacity and improve oxygen flow. Staying active, walking daily, and even laughing more can also keep your lungs working at their best. Another sign that can predict how long you'll live is the quality of your sleep. It's easy to overlook, but sleep is one of the most powerful tools for staying healthy. Poor sleep has been linked to a higher risk of heart disease, memory loss, weight gain, and even a weakened immune system. As you get older, your body needs good quality rest to repair itself, process memories, and keep your energy levels high. If you often wake up feeling exhausted or have trouble staying asleep, it could be a warning sign that your body isn't getting the deep rest it needs. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming that poor sleep is just a normal part of aging. The truth is, you can improve your sleep by making a few small changes. Sticking to a consistent bedtime, reducing screen time before bed, and creating a relaxing nighttime routine can all make a huge difference. Drinking less caffeine in the afternoon, keeping your bedroom cool and dark, and avoiding heavy meals late at night can also help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. If you wake up frequently during the night, gentle stretching or meditation before bed may help calm your body and mind. There's one more powerful factor that affects how long you'll live, and it has nothing to do with exercise, diet, or even genetics. It's something that can completely transform the way you experience life: your sense of purpose. People who have a reason to get up in the morning, a goal to work toward, or something they deeply care about tend to live years longer than those who feel like they're just going through the motions. It doesn't matter what that purpose is. It could be taking care of a garden, mentoring younger generations, traveling to new places, learning a new skill, or simply making someone smile each day. The key is to stay engaged with life, to keep looking forward, and to have something that gives your days meaning. A famous study done in Japan found that people who lived the longest all had something in common. They had what's called an ikigai, a reason for living. Whether it was family, work, hobbies, or community involvement, they all had something that kept them going. When you have a sense of purpose, your body responds, your stress levels go down, your heart stays healthier, and your immune system gets stronger. You're more likely to stay active, take care of yourself, and stay connected to others. It's incredible to think that so many of the things that predict longevity aren't just about how we live, but why we live. Your walking speed, your grip strength, your balance, your memory, your social connections, your ability to get up from a chair, your lung health, your sleep, and your sense of purpose, all of these are clues about how well your body and mind are aging. And the best part, every single one of them is within your control. No matter where you are right now, no matter what challenges you've faced, there are things you can do today right now to improve your health, extend your life, and make the years ahead more fulfilling. Small changes add up. A little extra movement, a little more laughter, a little more connection with others. It all makes a difference. You are not powerless against aging. Your body is still responding to what you do every single day. The choices you make matter, and every effort you put in will pay off. Take care of yourself, stay curious, stay connected, and most importantly, keep looking forward, because there's so much life left to live. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to stay sharp, energetic, and full of life well into their 80s and 90s, while others start to slow down much earlier? It's not just luck, and it's not just genetics. A lot of it comes down to certain signs, clues about how your body and mind are aging. And the best part, many of these signs are things you can actually improve. We've already talked about how something as simple as your walking speed, the strength of your grip, and even your mindset about aging can give powerful hints about how long you'll live. But there are still more surprising signs that scientists have uncovered, indicators that can help you understand where your health is heading and what you can do to keep yourself strong and independent for years to come.